Hi, guys. How are you? I hope and pray that you all are doing well out there, wherever you are today. It is December 24th and 2022. Wrapping this year up already, guys. It's 5:36 p.m. Let me move this back a little bit. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for being here with me today or any day that you stop by. I appreciate all of you guys' support. First and foremost, let me thank you for that. Thank you for supporting me and this channel and helping it grow. And I just appreciate it. All the likes, all the comments. And, it just lets me know that, I'm doing my part. I try, So it's all about good vibes where I am at, okay, where I'm from. It's all I'm about, okay? I just want to spread good vibes around this place as much as possible and hope you feel the energy through that screen. All right, guys. So, if you're new here, I do Oracle, I do a couple index, I do 3 decks. But today is a Saturday, and I recognize the Saturday as a Sabbath, guys. So I use this one deck. I use it last, whether if it's the 3rd deck or the 4th deck, depending on how well I feel the storyline. And I'll say, okay, well, let me bring in this last deck, and it has like biblical verses and things like that attached to it. So if that's not your thing, I get it. I understand. But that's what I do last. So on that note, let's get to it. So hope and pray, like I said, all of you guys are having a wonderful day out there and enjoying yourselves, enjoying your families, staying out of harm's way and staying out of drama and all of that there, you know, um, and just enjoying life. We're in the end of 2022, guys. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, yeah. I just get so like, wow, when I think about it, I've been out of high school over 20 years, it's like all my children are teenagers. Time is just moving, like, just moving, Before I know it, I'll be a senior, like, slow down, time, slow down, Time doesn't wait for anyone, as they say, It just keeps moving, and it just seems to move faster and faster the older we get. So, yeah. How much time do any of us have? We don't know, but gotta make the best of it while we're here, So, let's do this one more time. And that didn't go that well. Let me do that one more time. Okay, there we go. So here we go. Let me see what we get today. Okay, it says take charge and action. It flipped right over, so I'm gonna leave it. Okay, it's time to take charge. And I've been getting this energy again. It's like kind of like a continuation. Like I'll have a video and then it'll be a continuation like from the one previous two, and yesterday was about how dynamic you are and how much energy you have that is here for this world, and don't be alarmed if things don't seem to be moving your way or you don't understand why, your plans got diverted and you ended up over here or something like that. You never know who you're going to meet in a day. If you open up your eyes and say, okay, thank you, God, first and foremost, I have another day. What's going to happen today? Just live each day like a real adventure. You'll learn how to really appreciate it, a little bit more, because you just, it's a mystery, and you never know who is who will come into your life and give you a bit of information, give you it could be anybody. Seriously, guys. It could change your way of life in the smallest way. Like, I'm going to use an example of the internet guy that came over the other day. We were just talking and make a long story short, I thought he had to go in the backyard, so I brought my dogs inside while he was going outside, and I went to go clean up in the backyard, while the dogs were inside, and I was cleaning and I saw him on a ladder up by my gate, and I said, well, I thought you had to come back here. He said, no, I figured out I could reach it right here, so you're okay. I said, oh, well, let me bring him back out. So I'm like, come on, guys, come on, guys, come on. And he's like, well, dang, I know you said you had dogs, but I thought, like 4, And I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I have 9 dogs, And he was like, wow. He was like, how much do you spend, if you don't mind me asking, on dog food? And I was like, I buy a 30-pound dog food bag from Walmart for like $45. And they go through about 3 or 4 a week. And he was like, gosh, He was like, have you been to like, Tractor Supply? And I said, yeah, I've been there before. He was like, yeah, they have big dog bags of food, way cheaper than that. I'll never buy dog food from Walmart again. And I kind of like didn't say, oh, okay, I just said thanks, because I had been into Tractor Supply, but I always saw the real expensive food right in the front. So we were just talking some more, and then finally, like towards the end of our conversation before I went in the house, he was like, yeah, check out Tractor Supply. Go in the back where um the grooming pet center is. You can take your dog inside of the store and go give them a bath for $10. I was like, wow. So he was like, yeah, back there where that is, they have them on big pallets. And see, if I hadn't kept talking to him, I wouldn't have found that out, because he didn't explain that part in the beginning. He just said, go to Tractor Supply. And I'm like, yeah, I've been to that store plenty of times, but I never walked in the far back. So, and that saved me money, because I was spending a lot of money, and they're 50-pound bags for less than the amount that I'm paying for the 30-pound bag. So, it's just like that saves money every 2 weeks when I get paid, So you just never know how any one thing can alter, It's not a whole bunch of money, but it's something, So just an example. But anyway, that was enough talking. So however the case, what I'm saying is, just be you, just be open to, simple, nice conversations, and you never know the type of information you'll find out. You never know where it'll take you, But this says take charge. So that means that there are things that are already on your mind that you are just like letting simmer, and it's time to come on. Let me see what you're all about. Okay. So it says here, your message. Don't be afraid to take charge or be strong at this time. Sometimes we have to take control in order to be respected or honored. If you feel that your current situation is moving in a direction that isn't serving you, your joy, or your purpose, the message of this card is to put your foot down now. You don't have to be aggressive, but you do need clarity now. And unless you step in, it won't unfold. So set a good example. Respect yourself. Lead rather than be led. If you're wondering whether to make the next move in a particular situation, this card encourages you to do so. Often angels find it difficult to support us fully unless we make the first move. Meet them halfway now by showing your commitment to moving forward. It says extended message. If you are feeling ambitious at this time, this card is asking you to trust in your gifts and potential. You have the opportunity to move forward in your career, personal life, and your spiritual life. You are a co-creator with the universe, and your angel guide is encouraging you to take action. By setting clear intentions, having a strong vision, and taking the action steps you need to make your ideas come to life, you are showing the universe your commitment to your expansion. Now that with every step you take, your angels are with you, cheerleading and encouraging you to rise on up. Rise up. Focus your intention and send it out like an arrow. You see his arrows back there in his back? Yeah. Shoot. Like the Sagittarian. Shoot for what you want. Aim. See it. Believe it. Right? And it will be. Okay. So, my music stopped. Let me grab my phone so I can control that a little better. Every 2 seconds. Are you still listening? No, I'm not listening. I mean, why wouldn't I still be listening? Anyway. So let's grab some index cards now. Oh my gosh, excuse me. Okay. So let's see what we have here today. Still haven't made any extra cards, but it's okay. Messages come out however they're supposed to come out. All these cards and, I don't know. We'll see what comes out. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we get here. He said, why they gotta get in my lane? Why they gotta get in my lane? Maybe some people are just in your way, and you just like, what the heck is this? And then the chorus is she's saying, I've been MIA. I've been missing in action because she's trying to do her. She's trying to do her thing, and people just all in the way. Like here, you feel people are in your way, take action, step up, say what you need to say. You don't have to be aggressive about anything. And it is what it is. Okay, so let's see what we get out of these beautiful cards today. Okay. Okay. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to push these over here now. And let's get started. Interesting. I saw two of the cards I had last night. Indeed. Okay. One more time. That was a lot. That's what's okay. Time to hit the gym. All right. I'm about to be eating all this holiday food and stuff, I was outside from 1 o'clock till 4:30 walking 1, 2, 4 of my dogs. 4 of the 9. 5 of them didn't get lucky today. Oh well. They're going to have to wait. I can only handle so many in one day. Back to back to back. And walking 2 dogs at once? Not the best thing. Not in my case. They're too active. I did that with 2 of them today and was like, oh no, I totally made a mistake. But I figured I could just because, but they don't get on enough walks. They haven't been on enough walks with me just by themselves to know all of my commands and all of that. They're still young, and like I said, I haven't had the time to walk them all individually. So I'm like, that's what I'm gonna have to do though. They have to get walked individually so they know everything I'm saying. All right, let's see. All right, one wants to come flying out. Okay. One more time. And it has here, mask is still on. So someone, they're not being totally completely honest, like letting you see exactly who they are all the way. Okay, last little deck here. Let's see what we get. One more time. All right. One more. Whoa. One more time. It says, I think I picked up something that it's okay. Step into the light. Okay. Back from my you guys. All right, let's see here. Okay. So we have here first card out, secretary. So maybe you're a secretary for someone. Okay. Someone played themselves. You have the special ingredient. Unbelievable. Maybe you drive an Audi, or you're thinking of purchasing an Audi. Something is unforgivable. Found a new path. No more dead ends. Yeah, time to take action. Chevy rolling. Maybe you have a Chevy or thinking of purchasing a Chevy. They have other obligations. So maybe that's what's unbelievable to you. They play themselves. So yeah. Okay. Child care provider. So devoted to this love forever. It hurts so bad. Someone is yearning. They're devoted to this love forever. Persistent. Okay. Congratulations. You have the special ingredient. Get to know them better. I'm never too busy. Never too busy for you, baby. And that is Kenny Lattimore. I got things on my mind. I'm not too busy for you. I love that song. Irresistible. Simply irresistible. You're irresistible. All right. Yeah, sure. Why not? Yeah, get to it. I feel ashamed of my behavior. I don't know what they did. Maybe something happened yesterday. Let love find you. Listen closely to everything. Yeah, what your dreams tell you, your what you hear, how people say things. You just listen. It's very important to listen. Okay, soul food lover. Oh yes, some mac and cheese and some cornbread and some greens. Yeah, I'm here for it. Miscommunicated often. Maybe some people just don't totally understand what you're saying. They don't get you. They just hear what they want to hear. Maybe someone is a flight attendant or thinking of going to start a career in that. They feel really foolish. Yeah, I feel ashamed of my behavior. Be the change. Any day now. Passionate. Someone is arrogant. You're seeing angel numbers everywhere. 111, 444. It was just 555. It's 556. I didn't know that. I just happened to look at the screen. All right. Somebody, and that means change. Okay, someone is struggling to release something or someone. Your ex wants back in, but they're an ex for a reason. Till death do us part. Hoo-hoo. Someone wants to get married. Ex-lover is jealous of your new love. You embody love. Yeah. So, of course. Oh, my dogs are going to. Okay. I think I want to start with the sun deck. Okay. So this is the first deck, guys. Appreciate you and your time for being here with me. Let's see what we get from this deck, okay? You are in the middle of stepping foot into something new, right? Hold on. Just make sure I know what I'm... Hold on, I just want to see if I'm missing a key. Don't be afraid to take charge or be strong at this time. Taking control of the situation to be respected. Putting your foot down, right? You don't have to be aggressive, but right. You do need clarity. And unless you step up, it won't unfold. Okay? You have to lead rather than be led. Angels are waiting for you to make a step forward. So whatever it's in, whatever you feel like you need to step forward and do something and be, you have to do that so people understand who you are, what you're about, what path you're on. You're not to be messed with. You're about business. And you can't be, walked over or anything like that. You're here to be taken seriously. Okay. So you've found a new path. No more dead ends. Yeah. So maybe you realized this yesterday. I don't know. But you're a very passionate individual. Okay. And congratulations to you. Someone is very persistent. Maybe a little arrogant. Okay. Something hurts you. Embody love from your soul. Listen closely, okay? Your ex wants back in. There's a reason why they're your ex, though. Be the change you are irresistible. Let love find you. Ex-lover is jealous of your new love. Someone's so devoted to this love. Someone's yearning. You may be a secretary. You may be a child care provider. Get to know them better. Someone's struggling to release something they feel ashamed. Something's unforgivable. Something is also unbelievable. You have the special ingredient, or you are the special ingredient. Okay. And also, right, I forgot about flight attendant. Maybe you're a flight attendant. Until death do us part. So, and maybe you're seeing angel numbers everywhere. And you're also miscommunicated from time to time. Or often. And someone's never too busy for you. Okay. Here we go. One more time. Alright. Give me 1 second. Nine of Swords. So, maybe before you felt some sort of fear, not being able to speak up. Maybe you didn't know if you could speak up and be yourself, or maybe afraid to lose a job, or maybe afraid to be alone, without a person, and they're just playing games with you and playing over your heart and all these things. And you have to speak up, you have to speak up. So you were afraid of something. And maybe you were afraid because you knew the person, you had a good relationship with this person. Four of Swords. But you're not sitting there protecting your heart, you know, like, like you can't move on from what has happened, you know. You're fine. Yeah, you're fine. And you're moving forward. You're a strong individual. And you understand what you're... That's amazing how cold that guy got fast. That's what happens when you just leave tea. Okay. So, you're persistent. You're strong. You know that you're fierce, and you understand how strong you are because you finally stood up to someone, or some situation or something like that. Wow. You had the Ace of Cups and then the Devil. So it was like you embody love from your soul. But see, this devil was trying to have some sort of control over you because you were so loving. And whoever it was, yeah, they played themselves for acting this way. They feel foolish. They were being a little arrogant. They were being arrogant. I feel ashamed of my behavior. I feel foolish. Okay. Yeah. But you're like, it's falling right on top of, you found a new path. No more dead ends. You're not doing that. That's a dead end. You're not, it was just like, I don't know what they did, but it was just like they played you. But they didn't really play you. They played themselves because you were so loving, and they thought that they could walk over you or intimidate you or something, but like I said, you're fierce. You're beautiful. You know how beautiful you are. You know how much you have to offer. Okay. And so you have to bring out your fierce side and say, you know what? I don't have time for this. Okay. And yeah, maybe they loved you, but they weren't showing it the right way. And you realize that whatever their actions were that did not agree with you, you weren't happy. You weren't happy at all. There you go. Then Nine of Swords again. You didn't feel that you could step to this person, but you did. Okay. And you're sitting just fine. Hold on, guys, because it did something. You're sitting just fine. And you're comfortable. And things are moving for you in a new direction. Okay? Because you decided to let this person hear what you have to say. So, Eight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, things had to move forward because you were unhappy and you offered nothing but love to this person. You walked away from this person. Five of Cups. You're not sitting around worried about anything. You're not hurt, holding your heart, all this stuff. You walked away. You're not worried about the cups that he had that didn't work. You're not worried about any of it. You literally walked away from this person because you were unhappy. Something wasn't right. And I don't know. It says till death do us part. So I don't know if you were separated for a while, okay, or if you just left because you felt that this person was taking advantage of you because it has 4 wands. I don't know if you guys were married, okay. Or if it's just that you're happy with the foundation that you're at now. But it really does speak of like family and marriage and stuff. So it says till death do us part. But and maybe they're struggling to release you, and that's why your ex wants you back in or something like that. 10 of Wands. Whoa. Their energy was burdensome to you. I don't know exactly what he did. He took advantage of your love. Like, he loved you, but he still was like doing something, being foolish, being arrogant, the devil energy out, and I say, yeah, he loved you because, he did. He was coming out as a King of Cups, like evidently you were married. But one could probably say, well, how can he love me if, he cheated? Or how could he love me if, he talks to me rude and arrogant? How could he love me? Well, it's some sort of deep-seated issue, that person needs to really figure out. Maybe he needs to go talk to someone and figure out why is he acting this way, if it just started out of nowhere, what is it, why, but however the case, some would be like, he doesn't love me if he did that. And I mean, I get it. You're totally entitled to think that way too, But sometimes people do things because they're unbalanced. They're not, something's going on. I can't, put it all in a nutshell, but there's something going on somewhere, and they don't know how to properly verbalize their emotions and things like that. They don't want to hurt feelings. They go off and they do things and not thinking that anything will be anything, or, and they end up feeling bad about it. It says something's unforgivable. So, I don't know, but you're standing strong in your power and you don't really give a damn about what he did. You're not protecting your heart. You don't care about what's been lost. You are really just moving forward. Wow. You stood up for yourself for real. Okay. So, with that being said, I'm going to take these doors because you literally let one door shut, and now you're like, well, I'm focusing on myself. I'm opening my own doors. As much love as I have given, I don't understand. It hurts so bad. Yeah. And you weren't going to allow this to happen anymore. You can put some respect on my name. You know what I'm saying? You like, look, boy, I'm not here for any games. I'm not here for the disrespect. I'm not here for it. If you say that you love me, if you say this and this and that, well, you have to prove it now because I done walked away. So like I said, your ex wants back in. They're ex for a real reason. And if there's no way that they could prove that they really do love you or whatever is going on here, I don't know what to say. Wow. Okay. Sorry about that, I've been through all of those levels of things before, marriage and all the back and forth, and it's something else. It is something else. Years ago, guys. So, I feel for whoever is going through this, okay? It's not fun at all. You take it back and you try to believe them, and then you go down the road again, and then you see nothing really changed. Some people actually get changed. I didn't, so, follow through with the courts, and it's messy. It's a messy deal. All right, one more time. But congratulations for standing up for yourself. Okay. Congratulations. Yep. You stood up for yourself. Congratulations. You see clarity now. It's clear. You're not about to be played on. They played themselves. Period.com. No. Yeah. You're like, I done been around a couple times. No, there's no death and rebirth here for me. Maybe they need one. Maybe they need to kill, whatever they got going on, their ego, and realize some things and wake up, but you already know what's up, you're a beautiful being already, you just have to stand up for yourself, you've already killed your ego. Here you go with the 5 of Pentacles. So, you left them out in the cold. Okay. You found your key and you got out of there. You just said, deuces, I'm out, bro. I'm out of here. I don't have time for this. I don't care if it's cold out there. You shouldn't have been acting crazy. Look at there. The angels are shining down on you with the arms like, we see you, we're guiding you, we're here, we see how you are now ready to move. So let's move. We got your back, honey. Don't you worry about a thing. Everything is going to be all right. Oh, look at there. Ace of Pentacles. Everything is going to be all right. You get a brand new, fresh start. Because this person did not realize what they had. A beautiful being. Absolutely beautiful. Look at there. Here, 9 of Pentacles. And with this Ace of Pentacles, whatever new beginning it is, you saying, I've had enough. I'm just going to focus on myself. You're going to be a whole queen out here. Pentacles. Doing you fine. I'm sorry, guys. Doing you. Making your guap. Making your fetty. Getting your dollars. Oh, interesting. So here you have the King of Cups. He's like, well, I do love you. I just messed up. Please, forgive me. Please take me back. And you're like, I'm out here sucker free. Got time for that. And let me just take a picture. It'll last longer for you. Sorry. But anyway, Page of Pentacles, right? You're over here with the Queen, and the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. And you don't have time for small talk. It's like, what can you possibly bring to me? Not that everything is monetary. No, I'm not speaking like that. But what is it that you could bring to me to make me feel anything about what has already happened? I'm already sitting over here capable of taking care of my own self. Really. So I don't really need anything from you. You love me, but you took advantage of me. So unless you understand what love is, what else can I possibly need from you? Interesting. Looking at the orange one, so I'm gonna go with these. This is the 3rd deck, guys. And appreciate you guys for being here with me. So basically what I see is a woman that had enough. And you're like, I'm strong by myself. I'm going to leave you out in the cold. I'm going to completely walk away from this here love, four wands, family, life, whatever we got going on here, because you totally betrayed me. And I didn't know how to stand up against you or stand up to you because you were so arrogant with yourself and your attitude and all these things, you know, trying to control me or something. And that is not cool, you know, trying to have me, you know, feel small, like I had no place to speak or whatever, you know. And you're like, wait a second. I'm the Queen of Pentacles. I'm the Queen of Wands. I do so much. I handle so much business. I don't know. Who do you think you are, sir? Hold on. Let me tell you a little bit about yourself today. You were the change. It said be the change. Congratulations. That first card, right? Congratulations. Don't let anyone walk over you. We don't do that. Alright, last time. Give me 1 second. So, Queen of Cups. You're like, yeah, of course I love. Of course I loved you. All my love was for you. Interesting. But you're not about to sit up here and allow anything to burden you and hurt you. You're not holding on to any of it. You let it go. That card came out and it flipped upside down. You totally don't have time for the drama. If you would have stayed, you wouldn't have felt like a star. And you are. So this person was literally making you feel like you were unworthy. And you let go of this burden. This was from the bottom of the deck over here. He was burdening your soul, making you feel small because you're a powerful individual. You're like, no, there's no slow movement over here. I'm keeping it moving forward. Let's push on forward. Yeah, you move forward. No holding on, no holding still, no holding back, anything. Locomotive, choo-chooing forward, straight forward. No brakes. I don't know, but you made it happen. Look at there, with Judgment at the bottom. The angels are like, finally. Okay. Yeah. He said, I don't know, but you're going to understand. You don't play with me. Not someone that is capable and has, you know, the energy of making things happen for themselves. You play with the wrong one. All I had to do was go sit down and pray and talk to God about it and, you know, snap myself back in. Oh. I hate when that happens. Well, it doesn't happen often. I almost knocked over my whole tea. Sorry about that, guys. But anyway, yeah, you don't play with the energy of someone that can take care of themselves and realize that they are special, you know, and that's why they were trying to hold you back. Because you're special. You're absolutely special. You have a character about yourself that is capable of producing, making changes. So of course they don't want you to know yourself. That was a very narcissist person, you know, very arrogant in a way where they were trying to literally low-key like destroy you, you know, like just have you part of like, I don't know, like holding you hostage, like you couldn't live, like couldn't breathe, you couldn't be you. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, so here's this last deck I have, you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here with me. Come back anytime and rock with me here on Ophiuchus and Me. I appreciate you guys so much. I really do. Yeah. Hope you like and hope you comment, hope you share, hope you subscribe, please and thank you. And of course, only if you like. I appreciate it all, guys, so much. And come back anytime while we're here doing these daily reads for y'all. You know how it goes. Here on Ophiuchus and Me. Alright, let's see what we have with this last deck, guys. I'm going to pull 3 cards and read from the book and wrap it up. Go make me something to eat and go sit down and read my Bible. Alright. And I'll be back to my read. Alright. Alright. Here I have the Chariot. Okay. Alright, so energy, moving. You are definitely on a move to do things that are great, significant, in a very big way. I don't know, they're just trying to hold you back. I don't take reversals, but look at here. First card out is the Magician. So, there we have that. I'm going to read from the book in just a second. Let me pull the other 2. Alright. And here it says the Hanged Man. Number 32 equals a 5. The other one was 12 equals to a 3. So you have 3 and 5. And you have here Justice. Number 22, which equals to a 4. So you have 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now at the bottom I have Lovers. Making a choice. You chose yourself. Okay. Alright. You decided not to be caught up in the nonsense or whatever they had going on. Okay, so let me read now from this book. I have, they're all major arcanas. So I have here number 12. Okay. And you have the Magician. Alright, so it says here, the 12th path of wisdom. It connects the Sephirot of Kether and Benai and is associated with the Hebrew letter Bet and the Magician card. The Magician card is contrasted against the Fool, whereas the Fool represents a novice. The Magician represents an adept. The Kabbalah is sometimes explored through pathworking, which entails contemplating the interconnections between paths and the Sephirot, or between a series of connections. Within modern occultism, the concept of pathworking has become associated with guided meditations that were most likely designed to aid a person in understanding the paths, but such meditations have led many people to the erroneous conclusion that each Sephirot or path is a literal place or dimension that they are supposed to astral project one's consciousness into. The Kabbalistic tree of life is a diagram used to organize information so that the mysteries of God might be easier to comprehend. The Sephirot represent character traits and not other dimensions. Guided meditations may be used to assist a novice in understanding a character trait through imagery, but such meditations are symbolic and should not be taken literally. One cannot astral project his or her mind into a sephirot any more than he or she would be able to enter a parallel dimension associated with other personality traits such as self-confidence or joy. In this book, the term pathworking refers to contemplating the interconnections among the 32 paths of wisdom in an effort to understand their relationships. Paths do not need to be examined in a specific order, but can be considered on the basis of any starting point in order to understand how a path or sephirot is related to the paths around it. For example, one might explore a path leaving Malkuth. Malkuth is at the bottom of the tetragrammaton and it means kingdom, okay, like our physical world, okay? So here it says, for example, one might explore a path leaving Malkuth and traveling up one of the three pillars to observe that each path includes different experiences, but they all lead back to Kether. Kether is the top of the tetragrammaton and it means the crown, like God, right? Okay, one system of path working is referred to as the lightning path, or the path of the flaming sword. The lightning path begins with Kether at the top and proceeds through the full card until reaching Malkuth. The path can then be followed back from Malkuth to Kether is a reverse pattern, the path of mystical ascent. So that the entire route goes from Kether to Malkuth and back to Kether by starting with the fool and ending with the magician or the apprentice. Okay, the fool represents a person at the start of his or her spiritual journey. And the magician represents someone who has obtained wisdom and is actively serving as an instrument of God. The magician is dressed in red and white, representing that he has obtained balance between the male and female polarities. He or she has undergone the chemical wedding and has become a house of the Holy Spirit, which is why the Hebrew letter Bet is associated with this path. Although the card shows a male figure, as with other elements in the Kabbalah, the image is meant to express an attribute and not a gender. Whether or not a king or queen is shown on the tarot card, it is the characteristics, personal traits that are important and not the gender of the drawing. The magician has his right hand pointing above and his left hand pointing below, which is a mirror image of the Hebrew letter Aleph, and resembles the letter Yod, which has its left side pointing up and its right side pointing down. The magician serves as God's instrument to manifest the will of the above within the physical world. On the table, there are magical instruments representing each of the suits of the tarot, symbolizing that the magician has obtained mastery over each of those aspects of his life. The magician also represents King Solomon standing in the Garden of Roses and Lilies, which is a reference to the Song of Psalms and his relationship with the Spirit of Wisdom. The indwelling of the Spirit of Wisdom is what allowed Solomon to obtain wisdom and is symbolic of the chemical wedding that each individual may participate in. Above his head is a sideways 8, which is the symbol of infinity and is another reference to the Ruach Elohim. 8 being a symbol of the Spirit and the glory of God. So with this magician card, it means that you have mastered yourself. Okay. Yeah, you're the Queen of Cups. You're the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and evidently the Queen of Swords, being able to say what you needed to say. So that's a whole Empress, someone that was married. Okay. Maybe you have children. Maybe you did it for the greater good of your family or something like that. So, congratulations, like I said. Um, like I said, maybe, you're praying, talking to God, like, I need to get out of this, this toxic relationship, please help me. And he heard you, and you're on your way. So now you have here this path number 23, the Hanged Man. It says, the 23rd path of wisdom is associated with the Hangman tarot card. The hangman hung by one leg and is suspended from a living tree. The card expresses suffering, but the hangman learns through adversity, and from the tree of life he receives enlightenment. On the Kabbalah, the hangman tarot card connects the Sephirot of Yod, which is glory, and Gabora, which is strength or judgment. And the card is the first vertical path on the pillar of severity. The hanged man is the 12th card in the major arcana, which is also the number of disciples of Yeshua. Luke 9:23. Tradition says that when the apostle Peter was crucified, he requested to be hung on the cross upside down, out of respect for Yeshua. 12 can be represented as 1 plus 2, which is 3, which may be a reference to the 3 substances in alchemy: sulfur, mercury, and salt, or the 3 alchemical substances multiplied by the 4 elements: earth, air, fire, and water. 3 times 4, it also equals 12. Both Oswald Wirth and Eliphas Levi believe that the hangman card represented a completion of the great work of alchemy, which they derived from the position of the hangman's body. His arms and head form a reverse triangle, female triangle, and his legs form a cross above it, which is the alchemical symbol of sulfur, or soul upside down. The reverse triangle, the female triangle, is a triangle of alchemy, which has 1 point on Benai, a Sephirot associated with creation where Adam became a living soul. 1 point on Shokma, representing the indwelling spirit of God, and the bottom point on Tefereth, where Yeshua serves as the salt or body hanging on the cross. One problem with its interpretation is that this path is before the chariot card on the pillar of severity, and the charioteer is shown in the process of the great work, which is growing out of the philosopher's stone. The hangman represents someone who is just beginning the great work and its path working up the pillar of severity. However, Levi and Wirth's interpretation is still valid if the card is considered in relations to baptism. In his work, Tarot of the Magicians, Oswald Wirth noted that the card provides a contradiction between water and fire. The pillar of severity is related to the active masculine principle and is associated with fire. Yet, all of the other Kabbalistic attributes on the card are feminine. The path is connected with the Hebrew letter Mem, which means water. It actually represents divine water, or the prima matera, from which God created the world, and is associated with the Ruach Elohim. The Sefer Yetzirah attributes water and passiveness with this path, and Eliphas Levi's path of wisdom says that this path of sacrifice, this is a path of sacrifice. Although these various attributes may seem contradictory, they actually make sense when considered in relation to baptism. The hanged man represents a disciple who has accepted the challenge and is willing to pick up his cross and follow Christ. Matthew 16:24. The first step in discipleship is to be baptized with water. Matthew 3:16, Mark 1:8, from which the person will be sealed for redemption. Ephesians 4:30, by the Spirit of God. or the Shekinah, or woman wisdom, and will then be baptized with fire. Luke 3:16. For God is tried, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversary. Ecclesiasticus 2:5. It is through his trials that the hangman grows in wisdom and obtains enlightenment. James 1:2-3. It is through suffering that the disciple receives glory. Or hold Romans 8:17-18 and 1 Peter 4:13. So you went through a level of suffering, and that is why you walked away and left this person out in the cold. And you picked up your own cross and you left. And that's just what I really got from that. There was one part here where it said, where was it? Oh, right. You were learning through adversary. Right. So you picked up your own cross, the stuff that you went through, right? Suffering. So, and got the strength. And that's why you gained the judgment that you gained. So here, you go straight from strength here to hold, which is glory. And then back to strength to Tefereth, which is Yeshua. Okay. So, and Kether here was crowned to benign, which means understanding. Okay. So you went to God, to the top source, and you got some good understanding about what you needed to do, which was use who you are and move forward. You've mastered too much to be told what to do, to be controlled, so on and so forth. Then you got your strength through the pain. Okay. And you got the glory to continue with the strength that you have, and have the beauty of God and the angels shining down on you here. So we go now to number 22, which is justice. And it says, the 22nd path of wisdom connects Tefereth and Geburah and is associated with the justice card. The image on the justice card is of King Solomon sitting on the throne of David, 1 Kings 1:37. Similar to the high priestess card, Solomon sits between two pillars with the veil behind him, marking the entrance to the holiest of holies. The pillars are not labeled with B for Boaz and J for Jashim, but King Solomon is the one who constructed the temple. 1 Kings 7:21. He holds a sword in his right hand and a scale in the other, designating that he administers justice fairly, but he does not bear the sword in vain. Romans 13:4. It is by wisdom that Solomon ruled. Proverbs 8:12-16. In addition to being the person who constructed the first temple, Solomon is also known for his great wisdom. Solomon took over as a king when he was still a little child, and he humbly asked God for an understanding heart in order to judge his people. He requested, please God, who gave Solomon the gift of great wisdom. 1 Kings 3:6-14. The spirit of wisdom came upon Solomon, Wisdom 7:7. And within his lifetime he demonstrated wisdom and declared the woman wisdom to the world. King Solomon demonstrated his great wisdom when two women were arguing over a child. One of the woman's babies had died during the night, so they were each trying to claim the one living child as their own. Solomon called for his sword and said to divide the living child in two and to give each woman half. Then the child's true mother spoke up and withdrew her petition. Solomon determined that a loving mother would rather allow her child to live, even if it is to be raised by someone else, and therefore, after exposing the true mother, he allowed her to keep her living child. 1 Kings 3:16-28. As king of Israel, Solomon served as a judge of God's people. He administered justice fairly and was known for his great wisdom. So, basically that just speaks about wisdom and you being fair. You did not just, lash out. You did not just jump up and say, I don't want this anymore. You actually, took some you took some hurt, you took some pain, you took some things that took in things that you probably should not have, from someone that claimed that they loved you. But you gained wisdom through your trials, okay, and strength to move forward and to make the decisions that you needed to make with these magician cards. So, guys, I appreciate you for being here with me. Excuse me, and yeah, come back anytime. Appreciate you. Take care, guys. Have a good night and a good day whenever you catch this. And happy holidays to all of you guys out there. Enjoy your family time. Take care. Bye bye.